These are the first pictures coming in. In fact, we're staying with the pictures. This was just before the stone pelting started. Just before the stone pelting started, while screening of the Sabarmati report was on the campus of the JNU, the ABVP alleges that the left-wing students tried to disrupt their program. Sabarmati report has seen a huge support from across the country. Look at that. Those are pictures of the posters of the screening of Sabarmati report. Stones pelted on campus at the Jawaharlal Nehru University. And these are pictures that came in earlier. For some reason, the left groups on campus at the JNU are not happy with the screening of the Sabarmati report. And these are the first pictures that are coming in of how the posters were told as Vikrant Masi, the actor. That poster was at the JNU campus. And on the right, you can see the details of the screening, 13 December. Join us for the screening of Sabarmati report is all that poster said on the 13th of December, 4:30 p.m., including the details. The timing was mentioned on that particular poster when it was desecrated, targeted. We are told that for some reason, the left wing in general, that has an agenda against Prime Minister Modi since 2002, has been the subject of the most vicious attack since 2002, has targeted this particular movie, because this particular movie has put the entire left wing to shame, putting out the truth of what happened during the 2002 Godhra riots, the aftermath, how it began, and the truth. All facts have been laid bare, which is why the left wing, for some reason, has not been able to digest it. Now it's very controversial because the Tukde gang, the original Tukde gang was from the JNU campus. The original Tukde slogans were chanted on the JNU campus. And the Tukde gang that said, Bharat tere tukde honge, inshallah, inshallah. This was on the JNU campus. Remember, this was on the JNU campus in the year 2014, 15, 16, around the time when the Prime Minister took oath, when he became the Prime Minister. And on the JNU campus, these visuals coming in. Look at that. Those are pictures of the poster that spoke about the details of the screening of the Sabarmati report. Vikrant Masi there on that poster, which was on the JNU campus, desecrated. Hall 2 Convention Center. Look at that. On the right of your screens, you also have details of the screening. Hall 2 Convention Center is where that screening was. 12th of December, 4:30. It's being screened today and tomorrow. From the details we're picking up, first visuals of the screening on Republic from the JNU campus, and they've targeted, look at that, those are pictures of the screening that took place today, and there was a clash between the left wing and ABVP students. We are hearing that stones were also pelted. Stones were pelted on JNU campus as well as the Sabarmati report was being screened. I'm waiting for more details and the latest pictures to come in, but the Tukde gang that really was born on the JNU campus, and the reason why we are saying that is because we saw those controversial slogans, Bharat tere tukde honge, inshallah, inshallah. Remember that. That happened on the JNU campus. And the architects of that slogan, and those who raised that slogan, some of them are still in jail. Extremely controversial. And these are pictures that are coming in of the left wing tearing up the posters of the Sabarmati report as the movie was being screened on the JNU campus. There was stone pelting as well. Those pictures are yet to come in. But the movie itself has been targeted on the campus of the JNU. And the same left wing that backed those who raised the Tukde slogans on the JNU campus. Some of them went on to become politicians, some still behind bars, some still facing trial for the controversial slogans, the seditious slogans that were raised on the JNU campus. We will get a reporter live from the JNU campus any second now. I'm waiting for the first report from the JNU campus any time now. The ABVP has screened the movie, the Sabarmati report, and the Republic team, and the team that coined the Tukde gang slogan. The team that coined the Tukde gang slogan in the year 2014, 15, 16. This was a time when JNU saw the most notorious elements roaming the campus of the JNU, raising those slogans, Bharat tere tukde honge, inshallah, inshallah. You remember that? And it was Arnab and team that covered the entire back then we had covered it. We had warned that these elements will strike and that these elements will cause chaos once again. And they've struck once again. They've struck once again. The forces of anarchy on the JNU campus. The forces of anarchy on the JNU campus in the last 3-4 years alone. We have seen stone pelting, we have seen violence, and even when the Delhi riots took place, you've seen such elements crop up in JNU and raise their voice for those who fired bullets, pelted stones. And the Tukde Tukde gang has torn up the posters. And those who raised those slogans brings back memories of Umar Khalid. Remember Umar Khalid? Umar Khalid still in jail. Kanhaiya Kumar. The Kanhaiya Kumar is now in the Congress party and became politician. And the original members of the Tukde Tukde gang were Umar Khalid and Kanhaiya Kumar. And these are posters that are coming in from the JNU campus right now as we speak. Posters have been torn. Uproar over the Sabarmati Report, a movie that was watched by the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister himself had tweeted about the Sabarmati Report, had a special screening for the Sabarmati Report on campus, on Parliament campus. He was joined by senior ministers. The Prime Minister said that this movie brought out the truth of what happened, and these forces of anarchy for some reason can't just digest the fact that the truth has come out in the Sabarmati Report. And the Tukde Tukde gang, they will get support for this as well. Don't be surprised if more and more voices come out and back such acts like the one you're seeing on your screen, on the left of your screen, how posters were torn. And I'm getting in the first report. Those are the first pictures coming in, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching the breaking news broadcast here on Republic TV, those are the first pictures coming in from the JNU campus. And from the JNU campus, as the Sabarmati Report, the movie was being screened. The ABVP had screened the movie that is based on the riots of 2002. They were targeted. We are told that stones were pelted. And the ABVP alleging that left-wing students pelted stones while that film was being screened on the JNU campus. And the JNU campus, we've been reporting about what happens on the JNU campus for several years now. The Tukde Tukde gang, ladies and gentlemen, the Tukde Tukde gang, which struck a few years back while raising anti-India slogans on JNU campus, and they were even captured on camera. Captured, their audio was clear on camera, those videos came out. And these pictures are memory of what happened in those years when the likes of Umar Khalid and Kanhaiya Kumar called the shots on the JNU campus. And the forces of anarchy once again back on the JNU campus. Look at that. On the JNU campus, a very, 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 very controversial time. And on the JNU campus, the year 2002 and the aftermath of that, the truth of what happened in 2002 was portrayed in the movie Sabarmati Report. And they're not being able to digest the truth. Arnab will be debating this at 8 p.m. It's an announcement, a programming announcement that at 8 p.m. tonight, Arnab will be debating anarchy on JNU. The return of anarchy on JNU campus will be the big debate at 8 p.m. today, as we bring you these pictures and wait for the first details of those who pelted stones and tore up posters of the Sabarmati Report on the JNU campus. Return of the anarchic forces on the JNU campus. The intolerance gang that just this time around can't digest the truth about what happened in 2002 as portrayed in this movie has descended once again. And the fake activists whose hearts bled ever so much for Afzal Guru and who carried out candlelight vigils for Afzal Guru and shouted slogans, chanted slogans like Bharat Tere Tukde Honge Inshallah, Inshallah, and that was just one of them. So many slogans. It was Arnab and team, in fact, that exposed the Tukde gang and coined that term, the Tukde Tukde gang, that roamed the streets of the JNU campus, and they're back once again. The anarchic forces have struck once again. Let me go across. So we're getting in some voices right now. Rajeshwar Dubey is joining us. Rajeshwar Dubey is ABVP JNU president. Dubey, Rajeshwar, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Rajeshwar? राजेश्वर, आवाज आ रही है आपको?
हमारी कराते रहे।
I'm going to go across to Rajeshwar Dubey, will be joining us live right now from the ABVP. JNU president will be on the phone line, was with us a short while back, and they just can't tolerate. And the reason why they're targeting the Sabarmati report is because they can't digest the truth about what happened in 2002, because they've spent a large chunk of the last 22 years trying to lie and create a narrative about post-Godhra riots, what happened in Godhra. Okay, Rajeshwar Dubey is with me right now. Rajeshwar Dubey.
Yes.
Rajeshwar, can you hear me? Rajeshwar, what happened here?
Actually, we had planned a movie screening, the Sabarmati Report, जिसको हमारे Honorable Prime Minister मोदी जी ने भी देखा. So we had just planned from 5:30 p.m. and coincidentally this movie की screening हम करा रहे हैं. उस movie को हम साबरमती ढाबा नाम के venue पे भी करा रहे थे. तो शुरू से ही कैंपस में सुगबुगाहट थी. The left organization did not want this movie to be screened. बट उनका बहुत प्लान था कि हम इसका विरोध करेंगे. बट व्हेन वी स्टार्टेड द स्क्रीनिंग देयर वर अराउंड मोर देन 1000 स्टूडेंट्स प्रेजेंट टू वॉच द मूवी. तो उनका वो जो प्लान था विरोध करने का उस तरीके से, दैट डिड नॉट सक्सीड. फिर क्या था, उन्होंने जब मूवी हमारी स्क्रीनिंग शुरू हो गई, अराउंड आधे एक घंटे मूवी चल गई, 6:10-15 पर हमारे कुछ स्टूडेंट्स जो बैठे हुए थे आगे, उनकी तरफ पत्थर फेंके गए. कुछ को छोटी मोटी चोटें भी आए. जब हमारे जो वॉलंटियर्स स्क्रीनिंग में लगे हुए थे, व्हेन दे वेंट टू चेक कि ऐसा कोई है कि नहीं, तो वहां पे कोई मिला नहीं. उसके 10-15 मिनट बाद फिर कुछ बड़े पत्थर हमारी तरफ फेंके गए और स्क्रीनिंग को डिस्टर्ब करने की कोशिश की गई. कुछ 10-15 मिनट के लिए स्क्रीनिंग डिस्टर्ब भी हुई. बट देन द स्टूडेंट्स वर वेरी एक्साइटेड टू सी द मूवी. उन्होंने वापस से ऐसा रिक्वेस्ट किया कि नो मैटर व्हाट हैपेंस वी विल श्योरली वॉच दिस मूवी.
यू आर सेइंग स्क्रीनिंग वाज डिसरप्टेड फॉर nearly 10 to 15 minutes. Rajeshwar.
Yeah, into 15 minutes gap there were तीन बारी ऐसे पत्थर फेंके गए थे 10-15 मिनट के गैप में.
Has all of this been captured on camera as well?
Yes. There are several videos as well जहाँ पे पत्थर फेंके गए हैं, because coincidentally the media was present at that time.
Can you send me, if you don't mind, Rajeshwar, can you send us those pictures and videos of the stone pelting that took place as well?
Sure. I'll surely add the videos and send the videos.
And who are these people who pelted the stones?
See, this is not the very first time. It is very obvious. इस campus में कौन से ऐसे लोग हैं who do not want the truth to come out. Obviously, वो अपने fake narratives में चीजों को छिपा के रखना चाहते हैं. तो obviously, the leftist organizations, उनसे जुड़े हुए लोग, इन्होंने पास में भी ऐसी घटनाओं को अंजाम दिया है. हमारी बहुत सारी मीटिंग्स को डिस्टर्ब किया है, बहुत सारे इवेंट्स को डिस्टर्ब किया है, स्टूडेंट्स को मारा है, पीटा है. So it is obvious the left organization has done so.
You're saying there was attempt to disrupt the screening at least 3 times. Is that correct?
Yeah. It is.
At least 3 times.
Yeah.
And did the screening of the movie complete?
No, we have continued the movie. It will go on till 8 p.m.
The movie will continue till 8 p.m. Now, how many of them were there? Do you know how many people were there?
मतलब ऐसा जो when the guards went after them, they said they saw at least 3-4 students running from there. Students or miscreants, whatever you call them.
And do you know their identity?
No. Identity is not. We could not identify who was there.
Okay, but what is it? I mean, because there is an allegation coming in from some members of the ABVP that these were left-wing students.
Yeah, obviously, these were left-wing students. I'm saying that these were definitely the left-wing students.
Okay. And there was 1,000 people at least who were gathered.
Yeah, even now this number has increased to, I think, 1,500, more than that.
1,500. Did anybody get hurt in the stone pelting?
No, there were very minor. The students were not hurt that much. बहुत छोटी चोटें आई हैं. Because luckily किसी को सर पे चोट नहीं आई. Everyone was wearing jackets and all, so people did not get hurt.
Okay, can you, my request to you, Rajeshwar, if you can kindly share the pictures and videos with our team.
Sure, I'll do.
Yeah. And Rajeshwar Dubey there, once again, you're telling us what he saw, at least 1,500. Sorry?
Yeah.
Rajeshwar. Now, what time did you start screening it? What time did you start screening the movie?
5:30 p.m.
And what time was the first disruption? Can you tell me whether there was a gap between any of these disruptions?
There was a gap of 10 minutes, just that.
Yeah, but you don't know which side they came from, who they were.
No, not identified.
Okay. Thank you, Rajeshwar Dubey is the president of the JNU joining us on the phone line there, saying that the screening was disrupted for at least 10 minutes. Screening will continue. The screening will continue, he says, till 8 p.m. It will not stop. He says the attempt was clearly to intimidate them and try and chase away the 1,500 odd students and others who had gathered at the Sabarmati Dhaba, close to that, to watch the Sabarmati Report. I also have Abhishek joining us live right now. Abhishek, we just spoke to the ABVP JNU president, and he says that there were at least 1,500 people who turned out to watch this movie and were targeted. And he says there are videos that shows the stone pelting as well.
Well, I think the real issue, Niranjan, is that in the case of JNU, there is an atavism which is of forces which are inimical to any narrative which is counter to left communism, left-leaning ideology, and any ideology which they believe is against theirs. They are absolutely intolerant about it, and that's why you are seeing the kind of reports we are getting, Niranjan, of stone pelting and attempts to sabotage the screening of Sabarmati Report. They can agree, they can disagree, but to indulge in violence in a manner that they have stopped this screening. Now, these are pictures of earlier when the screening was going on, and you spoke to some of those activists who have organized this, and now the show seems to have been disrupted. We don't have the pictures as yet of the stone pelting itself, but the fact that the screening had to stop midway clearly suggests that there were people who did not want it to go on and stopped the screening. We in fact have pictures, I believe, Niranjan, of the actual stone pelting, right?
Yes, we've got those pictures, Abhishek. Some of the pictures are in. Pictures of the stone pelting. In fact, they say that they even saw some of these people who pelted the stones on the ABVP on the campus of JNU. And we're going to put out these pictures just now. Abhishek, I also want to tell you that that as we speak, that screening is on. That screening will continue till at least 8 p.m. Screening will continue till 8 p.m. But Abhishek, one important point that we have to also note that, all the anti-Modi propaganda, anti-government propaganda, BJP propaganda is allowed on JNU campus. But when it comes to the Sabarmati Report that is trying to set the record straight about what happened, in 2002, they have a problem with that. Brings back memories of what we reported. Arnab and team reported what happened on the JNU campus. In fact, it was our team that reported the original Tukde gang and the likes of Umar Khalid and Kanhaiya Kumar. Forces of anarchy seeming to return back at the JNU, because even the JNU ABVP president who we just spoke to said that there were at least 5, 6, 7, 8 people. Look at that, the first pictures that are coming in, and we are the only channel, in fact, that is live on the story. There's nobody else, surprisingly, even on that story. Look at that. That's the picture of the scuffle. Picture of the scuffle of those who pelted stones. For some reason, nobody's on it. Let's put the first on. These are pictures first on Republic TV. For some reason, other channels are not even reporting on the story, Abhishek. But I'll tell you, this is very, very dangerous, because it all starts with something like this. It starts at the JNU and then it spreads.
Yeah, I remember 2016 when the first round of Tukde happened at the JNU with all the slogans that really characterized the left on campus. And I remember, Niranjan, that they would be almost having a swagger of a campus they own. And subsequently, we have seen, of course, a counter narrative being built, which has led to, for example, this kind of screening taking place, which earlier perhaps would not have been even possible. And so I think there are those elements who are frustrated, who believe that they should continue to rule the campus of Jawaharlal Nehru University in Delhi. And that's why disrupting with the use of violence. Of course, remember that JNU is no stranger to the kind of violence we have seen between groups. But this is essentially political violence where you're trying to throttle a certain narrative. because you don't like it. It is not to your liking. It is not compatible with what you believe to be right, and that's why you are disrupting the screening of the show with the use of violence.
Yeah. And I think we're getting in some more voices live with us right now on the story. We have Vikas Patel. Vikas, are you there? Vikas Patel is the ABVP secretary at JNU, joining us on the show. Vikas, are you there? I'm just trying to see if you can get my audio across.
Haji.
Vikas,
Yes,
what happened there? Vikas,
available.
the pictures we are seeing of stones that were pelted. How many people were there when these stones were pelted?
There are around 4 to 5 students who pelted stone from the terrace of the Sabarmati hostel.
Four to five of them who pelted stones from the terrace of the Sabarmati hostel.
Yeah.
And who are these people who pelted the stones?
We really don't know whom to blame, but I think those are the students who don't like the. They are not liking that the propaganda that they created in the campus. Propaganda today is going to the myth they have created in the campus. We are exposing that myth in the campus by screening the movie. So they are frustrated about that, and they are now pelting stones on the students, common students that are present to watch the movie. And now, till now, we are continuing the movie, and the screening is going on.
ये कितने बार हुआ? Because I just spoke to the JNU ABVP president as well, and he was telling us that the stone pelting took place at least 2 to 3 times. That they came back 2 to 3 times, and they pelted and they went back. They came back, they pelted stones again. Is that correct?
Yes, they have pelted 2 3 times. When the common student reached there to look after who was involved in these things, they left the place.
Okay. And why do you think they targeted the movie? Why do you think that they targeted the movie Sabarmati Report? Vikas?
Because they had created the propaganda in the campus that particularly one section of the means one particular people from particular community, people from particular faith, they have created that they are the only victim. But they want to talk about what happened after the Godhra riot, but they don't want to talk about what happened during the Godhra riot. So after the screening of this movie, the myth, the propaganda they have created in the campus, that will be tarnished. So they want to disturb these things so that people they could not be exposed.
Okay, I have RP Singh of the BJP joining us on the phone line. Stay with me, Vikas. RP Singh, are you there? RP Singh?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
RP, looking at pictures of stone pelting on the JNU campus, the poster of Sabarmati Report targeted, stones pelted. As the movie was being screened, at least 2 or 3 times there was an attempt to disrupt the screening.
Well, right from 27th February 2002 till now, the stone pelting is still on. Even then the train was stone pelted and then burnt, and now they are doing the same on doing a show of Sabarmati Express. The fact is that it's happening in JNU is saddening. The people who talk about freedom of expression, people who talk about ABVP ki ajadi, and you are not allowing a movie to be shown because you don't want the truth to be seen, and then for that you are doing stone pelting. This clearly shows the mindset of the left ideology in the country, which, along with the Islamist ideology or the radical ideology of Islam, we have come together to throttle the fact from coming out.
Yes, I'm just waiting for some more details of what happened here, of who these students were. But they're saying that there were at least 1,500 students who were gathered here, RP Singh. 1,500 students were gathered. And these 4 or 5 came back again and again. They're saying we don't know who they were exactly, but there are no, they say we can guess who they are. We know rather who they are. And they are the same people, they say, who have tried to create an anarchy on JNU campus.
Well, as I said, it's the left and Islamist radical put together who are into this. This is the new combination which has been working in now in JNU, and they don't want the fact to come out, the truth to come out. And for that reason, they have done the stone pelting. Probably they thought they can create ruckus, and then probably the show will not happen there because of that. But they can do that, but ultimately the truth will stand out. And then people, if they don't allow the people to watch Sabarmati Express there, people will watch it somewhere else. But everyone wants to know the truth of the Godhra and the Sabarmati, what happened during Sabarmati.
Okay. Thank you for joining us with those details. Your inputs there. RP Singh of the BJP joining us on a breaking story of what happened on the JNU campus this evening as the Sabarmati Report, the movie that speaks about the sequence of events in 2002, the story that puts to rest the propaganda of the left wing, especially on the Gujarat riots.